can look at past resistance areas to converge with that level, fib levels, to see if there will be any convergence. Look at 707 converging with the top side of the channel. So is 786. Now, this area between 7100, 7150 can become our desired area to find a sell entry. This is our resistance area. I will go to the lower time frame. We find 7150, 7100. Between 7100 and 7150, we find this bearish head and shoulders. Now, this is high probability trade. But what else do I see here in this chart? I will go to a 10-minute chart. Now, this setup that we have is exactly that same butterfly, that same head and shoulders that we draw on the 1-hour chart, and we expect the right shoulder to form somewhere here. This at the top is the head. Well, what do we see? Here, this is the right shoulder. Oh, this is also the X. Just give me a second. I want to make those letters a little bigger. Okay, finally. Then we have the A, we have the B. Look where the B is formed. We were talking about 786 level. B is formed right at the 786. Now, C is formed just below the 382. Look, the convergence 127 is at 7151. 1618 is at 7151. Where do you guys think the high is here? Anyone can guess? Your high is 7151. Well, 7151 is the level we want to sell based on that butterfly. And as I said, we always sell a few pips below, so in this case we'll place the sell entry at 7149. So somewhere here. 7149 would be the sell entry. What else can we do? We can place pivot lines. We go to the daily pivot. And just give me a second. Now in this case, the next pivot is above the 1618, so we won't be using the pivot line as our stop, we will be using the 1618. So stop goes above 1618. Then we said that the first limit is at 382 converging with the B. Here is target 1. Target 1. Target 2 will be at the C converging with 1618. This is target 2. Target 3 is at 127. Now, target 3 is not filled yet. This is the long-term target. Once target 1 is filled, we're going to move the stop from all the way up here to break even. Now, in case price bounces off this 382 and continues to trade bullish, we'll get stopped at break even. We won't lose money, and we'll cash out the money that we profit from target 1. Same with target 2. So once target 1 is filled, we move the stop to break even. Now, if this head and shoulders forms the right shoulder, price will come back. Now we can re-enter again, and we can enter a second trade based on the head and shoulders. And now we'll trade that head and shoulders by the rules for trading head and shoulders. I will enter at the right shoulder, stop above the head, then I will place my first limit below the support, then second at 127, or if the right shoulder was shallow, formed at the 618, I would place my second limit at the 1618. Now, if we have a good right shoulder formed at the 786, of course, I will be placing my second limit here at 127. And now we will have two trades running together, one from the butterfly, second one from the head and shoulders. But before we even traded that head and shoulder, we have captured 30 pips from target 1, another 45 pips from target 2, and this is 10-minute chart. We can do the same on different time frames. It doesn't matter what time frame you guys are trading, you can use the same patterns on all different time frames.